Hey everybody, it's Christian Bernard, your Dungeon Master for Swords and Swagger. Looks like our heroes, Decimus, Fang, and Svati, have themselves a job. Or at least something that closely resembles one. Seems like our unlikely heroic trio, despite their pratfalls and misguided temperaments, may yet become household names. Or not. Only time will tell. I'm trying to keep a tight cadence for the release of these first three, but we will see how that keeps up. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Coming up the passage are rough, fur-covered individuals whose skin appears to be tightly pulled against their faces, and you can see as they step into the light.
Have you tried any moisturizers?
What kind of moisturizer would you make?
Whale fat moisturizer?
I suppose so. And you can see that their eyes are like dark sockets. Like, roll for initiative. Let's do our first combat here.
Ah, great. So, 19. Oh, I'm not used to adding anything.
I got a 10. Yeah, me neither.
Crunch.
I thought you had a 2. Or
No, a 10.
Oh.
I'm used to not adding anything.
Oh, yeah. You're used to not adding anything. Let me pull up our first bomb bad guy. So there's 3 of them, and they're all like just ahead of you. You're next to the fire, so they're within like 40 feet-ish. We'll roll their initiatives. All right, we'll go around the table. What did you get, Decimus?
17.
Okay. Anybody get higher than 17?
I got a 10.
Okay.
12.
So put 12 for Fang, 10 for Svati, and the rest of them rolled, wow, with their dexterity modifiers, 1s.
Excellent.
Big money, no zeros.
Man. So we got them, and the first person on our list is Decimus.
And they're about 40 feet away, you said?
Yes.
I'm going to step about 10 feet forward and throw a witch bolt at the lead one.
Okay, what does Witch Bolt do?
Ranged spell attack. On a hit, they take 1d12 lightning damage, and it makes an arcing connection between myself and them that I can then channel over and over.
Okay, so roll your ranged spell attack.
Big money.
So, you go to cast your ranged spell attack, trip, and shoot Safari in the back with it.
Excellent.
So, Safari, roll a d12 to hit Safari with lightning damage. Oh my gosh!
Sorry about that, pal.
So, your next turn, you will start prone because you fell.
Oh, man. What a great way to start.
Alright, Fang, you're up.
I'm going to short bow one of them.
Okay, roll to hit. 18.
I hit because I have +5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so you loose an arrow from your short bow. Roll to hit. Or sorry, roll damage. 5
8.
plus 3? 8?
Yes.
Okay, so you hit one of them in the chest with one of the arrows, and he sort of just like reels back a little bit, but he just keeps like walking toward you. All right, Safari, you're up.
So...
Good thing you're a
I
beefy
can't...
boy.
No. It is a good thing that I do my squats every day, and I am quite thick.
Yep.
So, Safari, I guess Safari, he can only move 30 feet.
Yep, but you can
And
toss a
40
hand
feet.
axe or a
Yeah,
javelin.
that's what I'm gonna do.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna toss a javelin at them.
Okay, roll to hit.
See, Umberly takes you to the sea.
There
The
you go.
19.
That's plenty. All right, so we'll. He hit the one on the left, so we'll just hit the one in the middle.
Okay.
Roll d6, right?
1d6 plus 3 piercing. It's a 9.
9. Man.
And then Safari draws his sword and shield and runs 30 feet up to meet them.
Okay. Now, Safari, since you are the one who is closest, they like hobble toward you. Like imagine like those weird mummy creatures from Zelda that like eat your face.
Deads.
Yeah. So he rolls up to attack you and like reaches out. He makes it look like he's gonna hit you with his fist, but then like leans in with his face and bites you on the arm. Make a Constitution check.
Ah, you dirty motherfucker! That's only for bar fights!
Okay, so
So that's a 5.
you take 4 damage, and he like bites into your flesh through your like the thin armor on your arm. Or sorry, you're not wearing any armor because you're barbarian. You go cold and feel as if you're going to throw up.
Whoa.
However, you shove him off, and you can see his teeth is like covered in blood, and that like his skin has sort of gotten a little more like.
You asshole!
bigger.
That blood belongs in my body.
It's
Cat, he got bit. We're gonna have to put him down.
I'm not sure that's how it works.
I heard that back there.
What? I was talking about that thing.
Let's do the next one. So he runs forward towards Decimus, but since he's 40 feet away, he doesn't make it. The other one also runs toward Decimus, but they both don't make it. It is now Decimus's turn, so you are prone. So you gotta use half your movement speed to get up.
Going to stand up, and then put my hex on the first one,
Okay.
the closest one,
Alright, so that'll be this one.
and then cast an Eldritch Blast in its direction.
Okay, so use your
Stop
bonus
its
action to
tracks.
cast Hex. Isn't that a spell slot?
Yep,
Okay.
that's my other one. All right, 24 should hit.
Okay, yep. Hex is an additional d6.
Yep.
Okay, so roll d10 and a d6, and then add your charisma since you have agonizing blast. Oh wow,
16 damage.
16 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, his head
Level
flies
2.
off, and he dies instantly.
You see why I'm worth bringing?
And can't you switch hex once the character dies, or does it have to be bonus action?
That's my bonus action next turn.
Okay. Now it's Fang's turn.
I'm gonna loose an arrow at the other one.
Okay. roll
Because is he next to anybody?
He's next to him. So
Within 5 feet?
Yes.
Like he's within 5 feet of him.
Oh no, sorry, he's within 10 feet.
Okay, so he's
50
not
feet.
next to him. Okay, so
Yeah, because they didn't reach.
So that's I hit
Yeah, roll d6. 6.
7, 8, 9.
Wow. I mean, you guys roll these shit ability checks, but you roll these amazing
know, right?
damage rolls.
I'm good at one thing.
Yeah.
I can roll damage and I can roll health.
All right, Spara, you're up.
Because I'm going to need it.
You got your shield up, so now you have 16 AC instead of 14.
Yep.
You can move the...
So I'm going to rage.
Okay, so you're raging.
Arnold
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Science question.
Yes.
Is a stalactite or a stalagmite? The one on the
Stalag
floor.
is ground.
G for ground.
Yes,
Yeah,
G for
okay.
ground.
Are there any close to me or the zombie?
Absolutely.
Yep. So what Sfari's gonna do is he's going to grab the zombie's head
Yep.
and shove it against one of the stalactites.
Okay, so what we'll do, we're just gonna make this a strength contest instead of a instead of like a melee
Okay.
attack.
I do get bonuses.
Yeah, you get advantage on strength.
Yep.
So and then we'll count it as we'll just do weapon attack. So strength contest, you get to roll with advantage.
So that's a 20 non-natural
Okay.
and a 9 not natural. So
Yeah.
20 not natural.
All right, we'll just count that as weapon. So do D8 plus 5 because you're raging.
Ooh, where's my D8? It's right here. So that's a 6.
That's D10.
Oh, is it? God damn it. Why do I have 2 D10s?
That's an 8. Oh, not in my fingers.
So that's a that's
Six,
a 1.
still 6 damage.
So it's 6 damage.
Yeah, he dies. You smash him against the stalactite, and his head just balloons like a melon. All right, so there's one more, and he runs up to Decimus and attacks, and misses. So now it's Decimus's turn.
You're gonna regret that, friend.
So he's within 5 feet of you. So if you use a ranged spell,
Pull out my longsword.
okay,
And
your packed weapon.
I don't. Do I? I'm sorry. Do I have pact? I don't have pact of the blade yet.
Nope.
But longsword is still my packed weapon.
Yes, because you are hex.
Okay. And you already have all that included. Okay. Cool.
I already figured that out.
All right. Unpause.
Yep.
Game on!
16's a hit.
19, and that'll be
D8 plus your charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have like a shadowy longsword that you just procured.
4.
Throwing them hot ones.
Yeah. I didn't transfer my hex.
Okay.
I'm going to do it now.
All right, his bonus action.
Yeah.
All right, so now it's Fang's turn.
He's gonna loose another area.
He's within 5 feet. Isn't that what sneak attack says?
Yes.
Okay, so you can use sneak attack right now, I think.
It could. So.
And I don't think it has limited uses. I think it's infinite.
It has like.
That's number of dice.
Dots?
So you get,
I get one.
I believe you get 2 actually.
Two. I haven't looked.
I think it starts at 2.
I think it starts at 2d6.
There's a rogue in my other game that
that sounds about right. Because I think it
crazy.
goes up with each level.
you just got 3d6 added at level 7.
Yes, it's 4d6 at 8th level. It's 2d6 1d6 for 2nd level.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll
to hit.
loose an arrow with my sneaky attack.
Okay,
Plus
7
5.
plus 5 is a hit. So you shoot an arrow with such precision out of the shadows that you do additional damage.
Oh,
So roll d6, 2d6s. Yep. 8.
Plus
3 is
with
11.
1 by 1, yeah.
Math hurts. That one. So Decimus, it's your turn.
Yeah?
Wait, no, sorry, it's Safari's turn.
Okay, how close is he to the house that's on fire?
Actually, so if you're closer to the exit to the cave, you're close to the house that's on fire.
I am, or the zombie is?
Let's see. So if you moved up 40 feet,
Yeah.
Decimus is still in the same place.
Decimus should have been right next to the house.
Yes, so he's also next to
I
the
moved 10
zombie.
feet.
You'd have to.
So he's 30 feet away from me.
Yes, so you
Okay.
can move far enough away.
I want to drop kick the zombie into the fire.
We'll use an athletics check for that, and we'll challenge it against his dexterity.
And I'm still raging.
Yes, that's
Does that
correct.
give me advantage on
Yes,
it?
it's well, I think it's pure
Strength checks and saves.
Okay, so
So
you know what?
athletics is considered a strength check, right?
Yes.
It is.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's a
Yes.
10 and a 10.
Unfortunately, in a moment of some sort of acrobatics, you jump to kick him, and he dodges out of the way, but just barely. So you are right next to him on the next turn, and it's his turn, and he attacks you, and he hits you for 4 damage. Now it is Decimus's turn.
All right, let's end this. Longsword to the face. And it's an 8.
Nope. Actually, wait. No, it is a hit. I'm a liar.
All right.
So D10, or sorry, D8. Plus-
D10, because...
You're going to be versatile? Yep.
Yeah, bring it down with 2 hands.
All right.
6.
Okay. You lop one of his arms off, and the shambling figure is still going. All right, Fang, you're up.
Fang looses one final arrow.
Okay.
Maybe not the final arrow.
9.
That's a 9?
No, I don't. Yeah, plus 2 hits, so yeah.
Plus 5?
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Woo!
You shoot it straight through one of his eye sockets. He hits the burning house and dies.
Nice.
Well, that was a little more difficult than I would have anticipated.
This was a surprisingly limber zombie.
Good thing Safari's a thick boy for second level.
Sorry about the lightning.
Excuse me while I cough up some blood.
Okay, so we're going to mark a milestone for getting to the island, nobody getting significantly hurt, and
Speak for yourself.
yeah, we're going to add
I took a lightning bolt to the back.
XP for the fight. So we're going to award.
Do you need help?
No,
Would you like me to do it on paper?
I got
What
it.
were they called? Zombies?
3 little
Or
zombies.
little zombies? That they were like midget zombies?
Seriously, I don't have a calculator
I don't
on
know what these
here.
things were.
Well, we can,
Oh, they're zombie-like entities.
I was picturing like little kobold.
there we
zombie
go.
things.
Oh, that would
You
be
each get
cool.
85 experience points.
Tasty.
What's level 3?
900.
Not there yet.
Getting close.
So close.
I can smell the 3rd level.
Okay, so you guys should be at 385, right?
Yes.
The two kobolds like just watch in awe, and then they start clapping their hands together, and that's when you realize that they only have 4 fingers on each hand, so they are like clapping their 4-fingered hands that are like got claws. They're like really excited, and they're like dancing around the fire, and they're like, "We're gonna go home! We're gonna go home!"
I have a better option for you. I will be the greatest sea captain that has ever sailed the western seas. How would you two like to be my 4th and 5th crew members?
As long as we don't end up as hurt as you.
You probably will die,
Maybe we should stay.
and it will be a horrible.
I mean, we don't have a house anymore.
I'm very reckless.
Do you guys have a boat or like some way to get out of here?
Yes, it has oars.
Are you gonna like row us back to the continent?
You are my newest members of my crew.
Okay, where's your boat?
Right outside.
They leave and walk out the cavern.
I feel like someone should probably warn Oren.
I'm sure it will be fine.
Yeah, Orin.
You saw Oren. He didn't really respond to any stimulus.
What if he shoots them or something?
Peaches will stab all 3 of them.
With this dagger.
Those poor souls.
Okay, we're gonna mark our point here.
I'll probably do a short rest.
Okay,
Yes.
so you're gonna do short rest, get some health.
Get my slots back.
Yep, you do get your slots back as a warlock.
I missed that.
Yeah.
A lot.
I'm going
Okay.
to spend 1 hit die.
Let's do some short resting.
I don't need to.
All right, spend a hit die. 12. You add your constitution to that. So 12 plus 6
So 14.
is
Back to normal.
12 plus 6 is 18.
18
Plus
2.
2 is 20. You're only 5 points shy of maximum HP.
It was astounding.
My ass has stopped bleeding.
You just staunch it with a bunch of cotton.
Sand.
Yeah.
Quickly, Decimus, shove the cotton in my ass.
I already caused the problem. I'm not getting near that again.
Okay. So the kobolds went back to the boat, because that's where you sent them. The passage leading out continues on.
Can I inspect the bodies?
Yes. You notice that you can't really tell. Actually, you probably can. So undead are typically very. They're usually rotting.
Mm-hmm.
These corpses are not rotting. So they are alive. There's just something really working on them to make them like totally devoid of moisture. And their eyes are missing. Like their skin's like really tightly up against their faces and like bodies. They're really thin, but they definitely weren't undead.
What do you think of these?
So we killed some living things.
Yes.
I'm okay with it.
I'm going to use my scientific eye to examine the bodies.
All right, what skill are you rolling?
Let's see. What am I really bad?
I can see. Wait, why do you have plus 0s in all the dexterity skills? You should have plus 2 at the very least.
I'm gonna check them for any sort of magical runes,
Okay.
Artifacts, anything like that.
All right,
Crack open their skulls. And
Roll
see
an
if there's anything
Arcana
inside.
check.
16.
Okay, so you do notice that on each of, or sorry, not in any particular place, but you notice that there are like glowing marks where someone may have bit them. Some sort of magic has like worked on them to sort of drain them of their, I guess, life force, as it were, but they didn't die. So they kept going, but something really worked on them and did some nastiness to them.
Cat, before they became this, they got bit. He got bit. We need to get rid of him.
I'm not sure it's the right thing to do.
You're not being very quiet.
He doesn't have the glowing marks on him.
You are magical. You could check him out.
Let's be on the safe side.
Wait, you are magical?
No.
That's what I thought. I thought you were just very smart.
Yes.
I've always wondered if magic like behaved like the Force. Like if you weren't smart enough or you didn't know what magic was, it was just invisible.
I just like reached out my hand.
Yeah,
and
it,
one of their
like,
heads
just
flew off.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it behaves like that. I think it actually is like some sort of beam. But
Yeah.
Some kind of mysterious emanation.
yeah.
Beam of magical energy.
But yeah, so they there are marks. They look like teeth marks, but they're like glowing. And you put the pieces together that whatever did that caused this like rapid desiccation of their bodies.
I'm going to do a medicine check on it.
Okay, so what are you searching for?
To see if there's any poisons or disease
Okay.
associated with it.
There are no poisons or disease. That 17 is plenty.
Good.
They aren't suffering any sort of like material or like I guess physical like ailments other than the desiccation, of course. But that whatever caused this definitely was not a non-magical substance.
It was magic. You see the bite marks? I'm playing doctor over here with their autopsies. they're bit. It's magic.
I feel that
So I have a feeling you're telling me that it is magic that did this.
It is magic. He picks up on things so quickly.
Well, if it is magic, then how shall we proceed?
Well, go back to the boat, sail back to Waterdeep, get a beer.
I disagree. We should go further. I like magical things.
Also, you have a rowboat. I'm pretty sure you die on the way back
Wow.
to Waterdeep.
Wow, my strength is legendary. I am not quite sure I can roll that far.
You can try.
Safari did take an entire lightning bolt to the ass and literally just kept going.
It's true.
Okay. Are you going to go down the tunnel?
I say we continue down the tunnel to see if we can find the source of this magic.
Okay, you go down the tunnel, and this one's a little less dense with the stalagmites, and it's pretty easy to navigate. It's dimly lit, and as you step out into the light, you are met by a brilliant sea waves and a handful of islands that are just like stretched out before you. Safari recognizes this because he has a basic idea of what the geography looks like. And these islands are grass-capped rocky flats that rise between 50 to 80 feet above their gravel beaches, like gravel and sand, actually. And there are white, chalky cliffs. It's difficult to guess how many of these islands there are, but you can see that not many of them measure more than a mile across. So just doing some quick maths, you can just sort of see that they're not that big.
Well, what's out there?
Oh, just a few of the islands of the whale bones. They're not very big, unlikely to be inhabited or have any magical purposes on them.
You can see just rocking up against a set of like rocks that are on the beach is a boat. Like
Although
another rowboat.
there is another rowboat out on the other island. Perhaps it is worth checking out.
With the boats with us or across?
There's
the lake?
another boat.
There's another boat.
We're gonna have two boats.
Yes. So there's a boat that's like the waves are just pushing it up against these rocks.
Like a two-boat party.
We should go get the other boat. I don't like this boat.
Where you're gonna bring your other boat all the way through the
Honestly,
cave
it
over
looks
here?
exactly like the other boat.
You and Peaches carry the other one here.
What will you give me if I carry it there all by myself?
The ability to keep living.
Hell yes, let's go!
So you walk all the way back to the other beach.
I don't. I sit down and wait.
So the captain is still in the boat.
Excuse me, call Captain Flint. I will need your boat.
And Peaches, as told, is still sitting in the boat with the knife held to the captain.
You are a very loyal little creature. Do you know this?
He was also told not to let him out of his sight.
Well, you don't have to let him out of your sight to let me have the boat, Peaches.
He just sits there.
Come on, Peaches, please get up.
He turns and looks up at Safari, and he just continues holding the knife to our Captain Flint.
I'm not there.
Yeah, you can't do it.
I don't know what's going on.
I guess Svari attaches some rope to the boat and
Okay.
attempts to pull.
Oh my god. Make a strength check.
That's a 14.
Okay, you pull the boat up the beach to the mouth entrance, and you're incredibly tired. You suffer one level of exhaustion from pulling the boat all the way up the beach with the captain and the So you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
I need to rest a little bit, but here's your goddamn boat.
Great job, Peaches. You can let him go now.
So you find that having pulled it along the cave floor, also the kobolds were out there as well because they were told to go out to the boat. Mm-hmm. They followed you into the cave. Having pulled it along the cave floor and making it over to the area where Decimus is, you damaged it, so you can't use it anymore. The kobolds had tried to protect during this, but it was too loud, so you're just like dragging it along the floor with Captain Flint and Peaches in it. Now you can't. This vessel is no longer seaworthy.
I can't believe he actually did it. I'm just laughing to myself in the corner, watching him struggle.
It seemed like a huge waste of time.
Well, I do not disagree with you. It surely must have impressed our friend Decimus. Perhaps now he will be nicer to us.
It's no good anymore. Take it back to the beach.
He's incorrigible.
Captain Flint gets up and he's like, I got quite a bit of joy watching you pull this boat all the way over here. But I feel like I need to go somewhere else now. And Peaches gets out with him, and he's kind of poking him with the dagger. He's like not stabbing him with it, but they're both out.
All right, Peaches, let him go.
So the captain,
tired of this game.
Yeah, he gets up and he's like, you seem like very capable, the three of you, but I'm not gonna take my chances as this guy has absolutely nothing. He knows nothing about boats, as much as he claims. I'm gonna just find my way on from here.
Peaches, stab him.
Peaches stabs him in, the back of his calf, and he falls over, and he's like, "What the hell? Why did you stab me, you weird little man?" You do realize now I can't get away. I'm gonna die out here.
Yes, that's exactly the idea.
You're gonna leave me out here?
Yes, absolutely we are. Peaches, stab him again. Another leg.
I play no role in this.
So Peaches
madness.
does exactly as told and stabs him in the other leg. He's
All
like,
right.
okay.
Are you sure that you really needed to do that?
See you later, friend.
Okay, so you have a man bleeding. He's just screaming and cursing, and Peaches has stabbed him twice.
I put him in the remains of the old boat.
Make a strength check as he struggles against you.
So it's a 6 and a 14, so that's gonna be a 9.
Okay, you try to put him in the boat, but he falls out of your arms, and he slams his head on the ground, and he is knocked unconscious.
All right, let's quit messing around.
Okay,
let's get out of here.
We all need to agree right now. We are not going to talk about what just happened here.
I mean, I'm just doing my job, man.
I dash over to his body,
Okay.
grab the necklace that he was wearing off of his
That's Owen.
butt. That's Owen.
Yeah, this is the captain.
Oh, I guess they.
Owen's
I'm sure the captain has some nice shit on.
Check his
Maybe.
pockets.
Yeah, he's got some various trinkets.
I like trinket.
Yeah, he's got a locket with a face of a woman and a child in it.
Seems bad voodoo.
And it's got initials written on the back, and one of those initials you recognize as AF, so Orrin Flint, or sorry, OF, Orrin Flint, and the other ones is MF and BF, so you can put together that that's his family.
Motherfucker and best fucker.
Oh my. You said trinkets plural. Was that the only trinkets?
Yeah, he had another a compass that's bronze that you could probably sell.
I'm gonna take that.
Okay, so you have the like silver locket and then the bronze.
Just the bronze.
Okay, you're gonna leave it. You're
I'm
just
gonna leave the
throw his
locket.
locket on
I'm
his
gonna leave the
corpse.
locket on him. It's not corpse, he's just unconscious, right? And then
Yeah, but he's
once
gonna bleed to death.
Yeah. Once I take the compass from his body, I look up at the both of them, and over my shoulder as I walk the other way, I'm like, I play no part in this.
Oh, yeah, I'm the bad one because I had him stabbed. And you just get to take his locket. And, no.
I will consider you taking the lockets as the tacit approval that this never happened.
It's like calling the pot calling the kettle black. Okay, so you have one unconscious captain in the remains of the old boat. You have one Peaches with one knife. The kobolds went back and stayed in their cave because it was clear that you guys were not leaving. So you came back. And,
my fault.
Yeah.
I don't apologize.
You have the new boat that's like still like coming up against the rocks.
Fortunate.
Alright, at least we
Orin?
Yeah.
Or Owen?
Owen.
You haven't seen him yet.
Disappeared.
at least we have not really lost anything because we still have this boat.
But we've gained so much.
I feel like this one should stay in the water.
I would think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, guess what Safari has?
Exhaustion.
He also has vehicle proficiency.
That's true, he does.
Exhaustion.
Rest for a little bit so I can get rid of that.
Yeah,
Because that is going to be very bad.
I'm pretty sure a short rest gets rid of that, but I'm not 100% certain. Let's you know what? We'll just do it. We'll do a short rest.
All right.
That'll work.
I'm going to get rid of my exhaustion.
We'll decide later on.
And now your thick barbarian can go back to making...
Are you gonna roll another hit die?
No.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah, so I believe the rules might actually say that you can only get rid of exhaustion with a long rest. But
Rules be damned.
More like guidelines.
yeah, we'll go with short rest. That makes it easier. Okay, so are you gonna grab the boat from the ocean?
Well, I'm not going to take it out of the...
Or sorry, the sea? Are you gonna tether it up though?
I'm going to tether it up so it doesn't break itself.
All right, it's in good condition. The oars are a little worse for the wear, but you can definitely still use them. And you see, looking up towards the west, that there is actually like a spire of smoke coming out of this clump of trees off of one of the islands that's close enough to row to.
I suggest we roll and see where that smoke is coming from.
Alright.
Okay, so the three of you hop in the boat. We're back down to three as
My kobold crew, do you not wish to come with us?
they're back at the cave.
You yell really loud.
I yell very loudly. They're like, no, fuck you.
The
Fucking asshole.
we can only assume that the captain is either dying or dead, as you are just left him in the.
As I said, we will. It is a shame that Captain Oren died on the shipwreck.
So you do row to the island that's closest to you. Okay.
Are you both good?
Yeah.
Excellent. Somebody's got to be the foil.
Okay. So Safari rows you as he has vehicle proficiency.
I'm very good at rowing boats.
I was just going to let you do it anyway.
The island that you row to is covered in clumps of green forest. As you settle onto the beach, you can see a bunch of footsteps that sort of go around wildly on the beach, and then they head back into the forest.
Follow the footsteps.
Okay, you head inward into the trees, and you hear a couple bird songs and various other noises in nature. Just as soon as you pass off the beach and sort of into the threshold of the forest, you hear more sounds of shuffling feet and the wheezing, and moving further in, you see wooden stake walls that are around 15 feet high, and there's an archway that leads into what appears to be a village, and that's where your smoke is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure I like that sound.
Well, there's only one way to deal with this.
Burn all of them.
Not what I was thinking, but let's keep going.
With caution.
So you walk into the village, and the remains of this village, they're a little unnerving. There are corpses littered in the main road that runs the length of the village. They're sort of strewn about arbitrarily. Baskets and barrels of dried, or in some cases rotten food, are just everywhere.
This offends my senses.
Svari picks up some of the rotten food to see if it's still edible.
Okay. Do you just straight up eat it?
No, I examine it first.
Okay. Investigation or probably medicine would work.
Well, with medicine, because it's not a minus.
Okay.
That's a 16.
Okay. The rotten food is definitely bad. You'd have to cut off most of it, and then you wouldn't even have any of it left.
Are there any of the shuffling things visible from where we are?
You don't see any.
Okay, and they're on the other side of the fence.
You guys walked in.
Okay.
Safari walked in.
Okay.
So we're looking at this.
Yeah, you're inside the village, and you don't see any of those creatures.
Only corpses.
Only corpses.
What do the corpses look like? What happened to them?
And looking about, you can see that a bunch of them have also been bitten, and they have those same telltale marks. They're much worse off looking than the ones that you fought, to the point of they died. Whatever did this to them just killed them.
The same bites as we found on the other one. So, it looks like this is the end stage. You sure?
There's more magic afoot. If I start to turn, then you can cut me down.
Don't worry, I will.
So in the same village, I forgot to describe this bit, there's also yurts, because people obviously live here. So do you want to investigate any of the yurts?
I sure do.
Okay.
I will investigate the yurt with the cat man.
Okay, so make perception checks.
I like that he goes around declaring things.
Yeah.
I will investigate.
Oh,
Is that a 1?
that is
yeah.
a 1 plus 2.
Okay, oh man, Safari.
So that's a 16. What was it? Perception?
Yeah, I think you have
That's 18.
Okay, so you guys split off and sort of look through some of the yurts. We'll go with Safari first. You go over to one of the larger yurts and sort of figure out that this is where whoever the leader of said village would be. Hanging off a set of stairs that lead up onto this raised platform, and you walk up and see hanging off one of these spikes is a tattered piece of cloth that's flapping in the wind, and it looks much different than what the rest of the people are wearing. They're wearing fur and rough leather armor, or sorry, leather clothes. Do you grab it off of the thing?
Of course I do.
Okay, so you pull it off and unroll it, and you see this symbol. It's a circle with a triangle inside of it.
Let me narrate it.
Okay. Do you want me to describe it to you first?
No, I want you to draw it and then show it to me.
Okay, so here's the picture.
Safari rushes outside of the yurt and says, Guys, I have found something. This is something that I've never seen before. It appears to be a symbol with a 3-sided shape inside of it. I don't know what that is called, though.
Can you read?
On good days, maybe.
Let me see that.
Okay, I'll describe it in earnest here. The is a circle with a triangle whose vertices touch the inside of the circle, and running horizontally inside the triangle are 6 parallel lines, 7 if you count the bottom edge of the triangle.
I'm going to rack my brain for any recollection of this symbol.
Okay.
16?
So you have a bit of a lucid moment where, going through the history books, in hell, which is where you're from.
They keep good
I
records.
imagine there's a lot of really good history books in hell.
So you read through it.
Santa.
You have this lucid moment where you remember at some point in time in the history of Faerun that there was this big conflict. You can't recall exactly what it was, but you remember 7 being important, and you remember once this conflict had ended that the some of the people in Faerun tried to prevent it from happening again. But the details are still muddy.
I'm going to reiterate this to them,
Okay.
just in the interest of time.
Yeah, so it's an important enough symbol for you to have read about it in hell.
Yeah. I recognize this. I can't remember quite what from, but I recognize this.
If you would have heard about it in hell, it must have been quite important.
Also bad, I imagine.
I don't think so. Kind of smile pridefully.
You really creep me out when you smile.
Just pointy teeth.
I mean that in the nicest of ways.
Yeah, actually, here's a question. So, tieflings have canines like a dog or a cat would. Do yours hang outside your mouth when you close your
No.
mouth, or do they stay inside?
No,
your
they're
mouth?
inside.
Okay, on like a half orc, which come up the bottom.
Yeah,
So like
No,
you're
it's
not an
us.
anime
Yeah.
girl
Yeah.
running around with
No.
pizza.
But yeah, so the conflict's important enough for you to have read about it in the past, but you remember sparse details about it.
We'll find out more, I'm sure.
Very well.
So we'll resolve the one over here with the perception check. So you wander over towards one of the yurts and you hold back, I guess it's a tent? Yeah, a yurt's
The
a
yurt
tent.
is a tent.
Yeah, so you pull back the flap to look inside, and immediately you're grabbed by one of these creatures, grabs you by the shoulder. Roll for initiative.
Is he in our field of view?
Yes.
Okay.
And you are surprised?
So I have disadvantage.
No, surprised means you skip your entire first round.
I got 11.
21.
Decimus and Safari are in the same area because they were just talking about that symbol. We had Fang. So Decimus, what'd you get?
13.
Okay, anybody get higher than 13?
21.
Okay, 21 from Safari. 13 from Decimus. What'd you get, Fang?
11.
Okay, and we'll do some rolls here. Okay, they all roll 19. I'll just do that many.
All one of them.
And
There's only one, right, guys? Right?
Just one.
Just the
okay,
one?
so the village is probably maybe 80 feet across.
All right.
So you guys are over on the opposite end, and he's on one side. The thing just grabbed him. So Safari and Decimus, you hear him cry out as this thing grabs him. So you know the direction that he's in, but he'd have to run toward him.
Okay. So I imagine I'm going first.
Yes.
All right. So Safari wields his shield,
Yep.
so he's got the +2 AC.
Yep.
And immediately rushes to where he heard Fang cry out for help.
Okay, so if you did the dash action, you could probably move 60 feet.
All right. I'm gonna do dash.
All right, so you dash,
Move
and
60.
yeah, you're within 20 feet of him now.
Okay.
What do you do, Decimus?
Run after, but not dash.
Okay.
Yeah, just run my
30
full
feet?
30 feet
All
in
right.
that direction, but kind of hang back a little and see what develops.
All right, Fang, you're surprised. So the creature attacks you. Make a Constitution check.
14.
The creature, I should have had this pulled up prior.
We'll do it in post.
Yeah, we'll do it. He hits you for 4 damage. And then just as Safari's getting over there, since combat occurs so quickly, another one of them pops out of a yurt. So there's 2. He just rolls into the order. Now it's back to Safari.
Okay. So how far away is the yurt that the new one popped out of?
15 feet away from
Do
you.
I know what yurt he's in?
Yes, because you're you're within 20 feet of him.
Okay. So I want to rush over
Okay.
to the yurt that Fang is in.
All right, so you can.
And so Fang is in the yurt
Yep.
with the zombie.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can I pull Fang out of the yurt?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay.
So do. Let's see. Oh, he's not surprised this turn. Yeah, let's just pull him out, and unfortunately,
Okay.
you'll provoke an attack of opportunity
On Fang or myself?
on you.
Okay, that's fine.
That'll make it easier. Where'd my d20 go? There it is. He hits you
Okay.
for 4 damage.
My body can take it.
I appreciate your assistance.
So let's say you pull him back. So you had to move 10 or 20 feet to get to him. So you just pull him back another 10 feet. Then it's the creature's turn. So he edges toward you. And since you pulled him, you're kind of holding onto him. So we'll count +2 towards his AC since you have your shield wielded. Wow. He still hits Fang. Somehow. Fang, make a Constitution check.
15.
Okay, take another 4 damage. The other one, who is in the other yurt, walks out and attacks and hits Fang for 4 damage. Roll a Constitution check.
18.
Oh, this time, so this one like latches onto you with its mouth and bites you. You can see that like some of its vigor has returned, and it gains some health.
Are you dead?
No. Did you say he hit me for another 4?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm at 3.
Okay, we're up to Decimus now.
Do I have a clear line of sight to this madness?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to put my Hexblade's curse on one of them.
Okay.
The closest one to me, the one that's holding the cat man.
Yes.
And so that gives me bonus damage.
All right. With your spells or with your sword?
Spells.
Isn't it packed weapon damage?
You gain a bonus. No, just damage rolls.
Okay.
So I'm going to shoot an Eldritch Blast at them.
Okay.
It's about damn time.
Okay, so 2d10 plus your charisma plus whatever hexblade damage you get.
Plus 6. So 2d10 plus 6.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
18.
18?
damage.
Yep.
Yeah. Jesus. That's a direct hit, and it like blows off one of his arms.
Holy shit!
You're welcome.
Serves seems right.
Yeah, man, Hexblade's cursed. Jesus. Yeah, bonus damage rolls against the cursed target.
I get crits on 19, so.
Fuck.
Hexblade's awesome.
What kind of warlock are you playing?
I missed it.
Okay, so we already... Those two attacked, Decimus attacked. Fang, now you can attack.
I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage
Okay.
from this whole thing
right.
and
Using-
dash away.
Using cunning action to
Yes,
run away?
yes.
Okay. So you can use bonus action to disengage and
Bonus
then action to
and my
dash.
action to dash.
Okay, so you run 60 feet?
Directly away.
Okay.
So that they're in range of my bow.
Alright, so now it's Safari's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna rage
Alright.
again.
Is that your second rage?
And then I'm just going to. I'm actually gonna put my shield away.
Okay.
And I'm gonna versatile my longsword.
Alright, D10.
Just swing it at somebody.
Okay, so you're closest to the one that attacked him first, which
Yep.
came out of the yurt.
So who's missing an arm?
Yes. He's
So
fucked up.
I'm just gonna swing at him and like chop his other arm off.
Alright, roll to hit.
And that's
Gentleman's
5.
13?
Yeah, 13.
Or sorry, 5 plus 5? Is
Yeah,
that
10.
10, you hit.
Yeah, so I hit.
Just look at that calculator up.
Yeah. Hey.
So that's 4 damage.
He dies.
Yay.
Cut off his other arm, and he falls lifeless to the ground. All right.
Oh, and then I had +2 actually.
Oh, yeah, he's dead. All right, Decimus, you're up.
There's another one in view, I assume.
Yes.
I'm gonna blast that one.
Eldritch Blast.
10.
You hit.
7 damage.
Now Decimus went. Oh, God damn it! I keep skipping turns. That creature attacks you. It moves into range. It misses. Pretty sure. Your AC's 14.
Oh, me.
Yes.
Yep, 14.
Yeah, he misses. All right, it's Fang's turn now.
Loose an arrow at that sucker next to Decimus.
All right, roll to hit.
+5.
You hit.
Yay. Alright, so.
If he's within 5 feet of Decimus, don't you get a sneak attack?
I do. Holy crap.
There it is.
8.
Okay. Now we're back to Safari.
Okay, so how far away is the one attacking Decimus from me?
10 feet.
Okay, so Safari runs over, tackles the zombie
Okay.
from behind.
Yep.
So he's like holding his head down on the ground.
Yep.
Is that a strength check? What
Yes.
am I doing?
Strength.
Strength. All right.
Aren't you raging?
Of course. So there's a 6. Natural 20.
Okay. So since there's no like, the last time you like stabbed him into something or like hit them against stuff, you're like hitting them against the ground.
I was just gonna grapple him so somebody gets
Okay, well, what?
Attack. But since it's a natural 20.
Yeah, we'll do some damage. Roll a d4
Okay. It's a 2.
plus rage damage plus
So
strength.
4 plus 3. So it's a 7.
He's dead.
Just smash his head into
Yeah,
the ground.
Sparky tackles him. He's just like trying to crawl away.
Yeah.
Just picks his head up and smashes it into the ground.
I like that. Nice work.
Did you get a violence boner over there?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, so
My dick gets hard when I see the blood squirt.
whoa.
That wasn't game. That was just real.
That was
life.
real life.
You each get
IRL.
34 experience points.
34?
Yes.
Wow. Gonna search the corpses.
Alright, so these are more of the villagers that you saw earlier. They're wearing the leather armor. They're carrying like arrowheads and sort of these crude coins. They're not like money. It's like someone had like carved them like personally with like a chisel.
I'm gonna, can I sense any magic on them?
They are not magic.
Okay. How about, do I recognize any symbols, anything like that on them?
They're like tribal, so your best bet would be your friend over here.
Hey, big man, come here.
How can I help, Decimus?
What do you make of these?
Safari takes it up, and then would that be a history check?
Yeah, and you can do that with advantage.
With advantage?
Yep.
Okay. So 11.
Okay, these coins are actually tokens of favor from a tribe called the Beinfirar. Beinfirar means bone people, and they are they're the known most powerful tribe on the whalebones. So this sort of jogs your memory since you like look at the symbols. If you remember correctly, they live on the largest island in the whalebones, and you're not 100% certain where that is, but that's the information that you have.
So I explain all of this to my compatriots.
So, is this that island, or
I'm unsure.
you don't know what island we're on?
I've never been to the whalebones before.
Oh, but you sailed all over the world.
I snatched.
I never said that.
While they yeah.
The tokens.
Only most of the world.
What do we call these things?
You can just call them like tribal tokens. They're like stone, and some of them are bronze, but most of them are stone.
Anything else on these bodies?
No.
Okay.
Any other yurts to check?
There's a couple more.
All right. I'm going to cautiously approach them.
Okay, you look through. They don't. What's funny is nothing appears to be stolen. So, like looking through, there's no signs of like someone like rifling through goods, or it's just like arbitrarily strewn everywhere. So whatever's inside of yurts that hasn't been thrown all over the place is left like untouched.
Are there things worth stealing that weren't stolen?
They didn't steal anything. There's like some like bone carvings.
Nah.
There's some like primitive weapons. There's like primitive cooking equipment.
There's nothing important in here. Check
Very
it out.
well.
Yeah.
We should maybe rest.
Short rest or long rest?
You do not look like you're doing very well there,
Well,
Fang.
I am not.
How hard did you get bit? The cat got bit. We need to keep an eye on it. Oh, wait. Oh,
I
nothing.
heard that.
You are really not quite as sneaky with this as you think you are.
I feel fine. I just need to rest.
Okay, short rest or long rest? He's got no rages left.
Yeah,
Probably long.
probably long.
Okay.
While we're safe.
In this field
We do
of
have,
corpses.
Yeah.
well, I mean, we do have yurts. So
Yes.
like,
Yours.
I go throw the corpses out of a yurt. Come here, this one is fine. It's been decorpsified.
Oh yeah, that's something I totally forgot about that. So long rests, and this is something that I'm looking to institute, is doing long rests. You like need a bed. So like they provided you with a tent at the very beginning of this for that purpose. But so long rests have to be done in protected areas.
Good thing there's
Okay.
a protection area.
Oh, I don't need one. I'll just take a short rest and then
Okay.
keep guard for
Okay.
the rest of the time.
That works well.
Yay.
All right, so you taking a short rest, you get all your spell slots back. I think you get your hexblade's curse back too.
Mm-hmm.
You get all your health, all your rage. So 8 hours later, it's let's see, it was around mid morning. You guys went outside, so it's like late afternoon, there's another like smoky spire out into like the northwest of where this island is from.
Is it on the same island?
You can't tell that.
Where is the island from?
Or sorry, the island that you're on.
We should head that way.
I agree.
Okay, you go out into like the forest. It's got like dotted bits of greenery. You hear more birds. As you head on, you can actually see along the ground that someone has walked with like really heavy footsteps, like almost as if they didn't really care if people were following them. And you keep wandering on, and you head to like towards a hill, and it leads upward. It's like the highest point of this island. And just as you crest this hill, you can see out over it, and you see a massive settlement that's a little farther on. So like you would go down the hill and then lead on. And from the look of it, its wall is constructed from a combination of wood and bone, densely populated with a set of longhouses that are built much in the same way as the wall. At its western edge is the largest longhouse, and this is where the plume of smoke rises from.
I'll follow you guys.
I have some experience in dealing with the indigenous folk of these islands,
Okay, yeah, you take the lead.
so I will take the lead. Thank you for your suggestion, Decimus.
Of course.
Sorry, he has never actually talked to any of the people from these islands.
Hey, where's Peaches, by the way?
He's just following along
okay.
silently. I drowned him earlier, so he's doing good.
This is a very
Torture me, Daddy.
yeah, this is a very healthy relationship you have with Peaches.
I'm gonna hang back and survey while they go do their thing.
Safari goes up to the, I guess what would be the wall, the gates of the city.
Yeah, so it's like of this massive village. It's about half a mile down to the entrance to the gate. And there are two guards, and they're dressed in like bone armor, and they're carrying these long spears that are also made of bone. And just as you approach, one of them sticks his hand out and says, "Halt! We do not accept visitors at this moment. What is your business here?"
We were shipwrecked up the coast a few miles back, and we are seeking refuge. I am a brother from the north.
You sound very much like the people, those savages, who live out in the western islands.
We would say the same of you, but yes, it's because that is I.
I would have a little more trust in one like you, but who are your friends?
Do not worry about them. They are merely my employees.
Employees?
Excuse me.
What business do you run?
For I am the captain of a great raiding party, and these are two of my finest warriors.
Make a persuasion roll.
He still doesn't see me, right?
Did you hang back?
It did.
3.
You're kind of like in an open area.
So that's a 12.
It's kind of difficult to hide. That is enough. He accepts this as like, and he says, he's like, "Oh, I get it. You're one of those traveling merchants, aren't you? You're not raiding anybody except for the coffers of other rich people."
Absolutely. You know my business well.
Well, if you have business, you can see our chieftain. I can take you to him personally.
That would be most appreciated.
He signals to the other guard, who goes over and like pulls on this lever to open up the gate, and they let you into the village.
Safari turns around and looks at Decimus and gives him a thumbs up and winks.